Good morning to everyone who will be watching my video. I just want to say congratulations for making it to day 4. We are on Hebrews, and today we'll be reading Hebrews chapter 4. Before I start, I wanted to sing out of the Psalms. I put a song together, and the title is A Psalm of Praise. His steadfast love endures forever, and I'll be reading out of the King James Version. Make a joyful noise unto the Lord, all ye lands. Serve the Lord with gladness, come before his presence. With singing know ye that the Lord, he is God. It is he that hath made us, and not we ourselves. We are his people, we are his people. We are his people and the sheep of his pasture. Enter into his gates with thanksgiving and into his courts with praise. Be thankful unto him and bless his name, for the Lord is good, for the Lord is good, for the Lord is good. His mercy is everlasting. For the Lord is good, for the Lord is good, for the Lord is good. And his truth endureth, yes, his truth endureth to all generations. So now we're going to start with chapter 4 in the book of Hebrews. The title, Promised Rest for God's People, and I'll be reading out of the NLT version. God's promise of entering his rest still stands, so we ought to tremble with fear that some of you might fail to experience it. For this good news that God has prepared this rest has been announced to us just as it was to them. But it did them no good because they didn't share the faith of those who listen to God. For only we who believe can enter his rest, as for the others God said, in my anger I took an oath. They will never enter my place of rest. Even though this rest has been ready since he made the world, we know it is ready because of the place in the scriptures where it mentions the seventh day. On the seventh day, God rested from all his work. But in the other passage, God said, they will never enter my place of rest. So God's rest is there for people to enter, but those who first heard this good news failed to enter because they disobeyed God. So God set another time for entering his rest, and that time is today. God announced this through David much later in the words already quoted. Today, when you hear this voice, don't harden your hearts. Now, if Joshua has succeeded in giving them this rest, God would not have spoken another day of rest still to come. So, there is a special rest. So, there is a special rest still waiting for the people of God. For all who have entered into God's rest have rested from their labors, just as God did after creating the world. So let us do our best to enter that rest. But if we disobey God as the people of Israel did, we will fall. For the word of God is alive and powerful. It is sharper than the sharpest two-edged sword, cutting between soul and spirit, between joint and marrow. It exposes our innermost thoughts and desires. Nothing in all creation is hidden from God. Everything is naked and exposed before his eyes, and he is the one whom we are accountable. Christ is our high priest. So then, since we have a great high priest who has entered heaven, Jesus, the Son of God, let us hold firmly to what we believe. This high priest of ours understands our weaknesses, for he faced all the same testing we do, yet he did not sin. So let us come boldly to the throne of our gracious God. There we will receive His mercy, and we will find grace to help us when we need it most. And that concludes chapter 4. Just a moment. Okay, I'm back. So I just want to say, for 3 days, I want you to get to learn what that rest is. And what I am learning, that rest is the Sabbath. And the Sabbath is Saturday. Even when you search it on Google, in the dictionary, the seventh day is Saturday. And there are scriptures that back up Saturday being the Sabbath. So for 3 days, as you learn on this journey, for 3 days, I want you to take rest. 3 days, learn how to take the rest that God is speaking of. And I can guarantee you it will change your life. So that is all for this video. I hope you enjoy. May God grant you peace, wisdom, understanding, love, and healing. And thank you for watching. Until next time, peace be with you.